Hello, my name is Dulce and this is my speaking test. The topic I choose is who is your closest family member? Describe them and why you feel a connection with them. My older brother Ivan is the one with whom I have a very strong connection. Even though we are 9 years apart, our preferences are very similar. We no longer live together, but we always try to keep in touch and know how we are. He lives in Hermosillo, Sonora, and he works in the Air Force. Because of the age difference, when we were younger, we hardly spent time together, but since I grew up, we connected better. We haven't lived together for 7 years, and a few years ago he confessed to me that he became very depressed when my parents and I moved to another state, especially because he and I hadn't spent much time together, so I feel like now he looks for me a lot to spend time together. I don't feel sad when he returned to Hermosillo because I know that anytime he can, he will travel to see us again. He's one of the first people I go to when something good or bad happens to me. He has always supported me when things go wrong. He's a short man with a light brown complexion and has a bright smile. I think I'm not the only one who perceives him that way, because my whole family is always happy to see him. He has a dog. Her name is Akane. She's a very pretty dog, but very naughty too. My mom and I love her very much for all her antics, although sometimes she drives us crazy. She was an abused dog. 2 children left her at my brother's house, and from there he decided to keep her. In general, I like to spend time with him. He is very witty and fun, but when necessary, he's very serious and formal. That is why I count on him for everything, without exceptions. With him, I can clarify my doubts about many things because he's also very intelligent. He has always stood out in his work for his decision-making capacity and agility in solving problems. I don't see him very often due to distance, but whenever he travels to the city, he visits us and we take advantage of his stay. He's always very kind and invites me to go out with him. He always makes me recommendations for movies, series, or cartoons, and we talk about what we like, what we see. He forced me to watch one of my favorite series in life, which saved me in many aspects, giving me a very different vision of life, and for that I'm very grateful. We were together during the pandemic, so I've been even closer to him since that year. 3 years ago, I went to visit him in Sonora, and I was with him for a whole month. He offered me to spend Christmas and New Year's with him and his then girlfriend. Then after I ended a relationship, especially so as not to be sad, to which I agreed. And it was the best thing I could have done. He took me to see the sea, and gave me the best experience knowing the beach. That whole month he was very considerate of me, watching me cry and supporting me. After that, almost always when sometimes something ails me, I go to him to tell him what's happening to me, and he gives me an advice to moving on. When he ended his longest relationship, he called me and told me what happened, so I gave him my full support. We always send each other photos of what we are doing, what we eat, or where we are. What he does almost always makes me laugh, and though he is older than me, he has this friendliness that makes anyone smile. He has a peculiar way of telling what happens to him, which always makes me laugh. I introduced him to my friends, and he introduced me to his. When I entered college, I was surprised to find people he will also get close to, with similar musical tastes or places to go. He and I never fought. He has only scolded me in one occasion, but he didn't make me feel bad with him, but with me, because I realized that what I did was not correct, and that's why I trust him a lot. I like that we have a lot of trust. When we has a problem, he also comes to me. Sometimes when I want something but I can buy it, he gives it to me and makes me feel lucky to have a brother who spoils me and loves me very much. And that's all. Thank you very much.